Hi everyone. So, a couple of days ago, I posted a video about what I was going through, the intensity, the psychic intensity of depression that I was very viscerally going through. And when I put that out, I basically what I was trying to say, the message I was trying to put out there is that anybody who feels this way should not feel alone because there's somebody who is willing to put words to the way you are feeling, and that hopefully that would validate your feelings, make you feel less alone. And since that video, there's been this upcoming theme that keeps reminding me of like, this is not the first time you felt like this, so why is this time so different? And I kept trying to remember, when have I ever felt this low previously? And all that kept coming back up was a period of time between 2007 to 2009. And at that point in time, I was still more or less single. I was in my late 20s. I had just finished my master's. I was doing a master's in international relations in the UK, and I had just I had finished my thesis, I'd done my graduation. And I think that I was trying to get into, I was trying to figure out what was my next step, basically. My parents, my dad had wanted me to go and do a PhD. And I remember going into classes for after registration and started the first set of classes, and I was like, not again. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know what I want to do next, but I'm tired of this. I don't want to do it again. And I walked out, and that was it. That was the end of the PhD. And this happened, yes, about June, July, September, between June to September, yes, of 2007 or thereabouts. Yes, something like that, yeah. And I'd, I'd left, and there was no straight, definite thing that I knew I wanted to do. So I was kind of floating. So I decided to look for a job, and for the next 8 months or so, I was I was just floating. I had no direction. Didn't know what to do. And I slowly, the days of not having anything to do started to make me feel unproductive. I started to feel like there's nothing I'm doing. I wake up in the morning. In fact, my circadian rhythm had kind of changed because I found myself sleeping more during the days and then being awake at night. And I attributed it to so many different things, like, oh, maybe it was because I was in the UK, the weather is not so good, it's not quite, the sun is not quite as warm, and it doesn't come out as much as it used to back home in Nigeria. And there was nothing. I mean, of course, the mind is always looking for ways to put significance, meaning to whatever it is it's going through at the moment. But looking back on it now, I realized that whatever meaning I had ascribed or attributed to it was just whatever it is the mind came up in. And similarly, that's what is seems to be happening now. I have the difference is that I'm older now. I've got two kids, and the intensity the intensity of the mental rumination is way worse because I've got dependents. I've got people who are depending on me. At that time, I was a single girl. didn't have much. I mean, there was still a sense of responsibility. You've got to make something of yourself. But now there was this added weight of these children are depending on you, and you're messing up. You're not doing what you are supposed to do. And I've still got that feeling of almost like a lack of direction, like I don't know what to do. Because I remember then between 2007, 2008, 2009, I basically didn't really have something definite doing. I got a couple of jobs. I worked in a store. I tried working in a nightclub, taking pictures. It was yeah, it wasn't steady, but then because it was just me, that was what it. And I think I just broke up with my boyfriend at that time as well. So I think I sort of attributed the whole thing to the breakup, the not having um, a job, the not going to school and not being productive at my life. That was the reason why it was. But right now, well, I can't say that it's that different. The only difference is that I've got children, I've got people who are depending on me. So the weight feels a lot more intense. So it was in the last few days, and even as well as talking through it now, and I'm starting to see the patterns of what, or the cycle that is repeating. And what it has come to tell me is that something is, there's this, I'm in a sort of liminal space. That's what it is. Something is about to be birthed, but I don't know what it is yet. I've put my feelers out. I'm doing the things that I'm trying to do. I'm doing online courses. I'm trying to open up a small business on the side, and everything just seems to be standing very still. But the fear of having children that need you, you need to pay school fees, they're feeding, and it's the holiday season, as the long holiday season. They've been at home since June and they will be at home till September, and they're eating you out of house and home. And this is normal. But at this period in time, I find that I don't have as much resources to count on. So as things are running out, as the resources are running out of the house, you're finding yourself in like tight psychological fear of what's going to happen tomorrow. So for I'm not saying that this is going to be applicable to everybody, but for anybody who's feeling like this at this particular point in time as well, at this particular point in time, from June up until September, maybe December of 2026. If you've been alive long enough to remember what might have happened to you in 2007 to 2009, see if there is any correlation, any similarities in what happened then with what is what is happening now. And if that would help give you a sense of, okay, it's happened before, so that means I've gone through that. I should be able to go through this as well. And for those who haven't been able to go through that, I'm hoping that this video tells you that maybe this is the first time, maybe this is good, this is your first exposure to this sort of experience, but that it's going to get better. It's going to, this too shall pass. Like I said, the intensity of these feelings, it's going to pass. Because the reason why I'm saying that is that for quite a while, the feeling of helplessness, not being able to control anything, it was so strong. It is still there, but I can't help but notice that there's a part of me, it's whether you want to call it the mind or what, or a higher self or whatever, there's a part of my being that is observing. The mind is so strong, yes, that it is telling me that what I'm feeling is the entire truth. But there's a small part of me that is saying, no, look at it again. Look at it again. There's a part of you that is just watching, that is witnessing what is happening, and that part is not affected. It's just observing. And if you are able to access that part of your mind, because it's very easy for the mind to tell us that this feeling is it, nothing else. And yes, there is a validity to that emotion. There is a validity to that emotion that's telling you, no, nothing else is real. What is happening right here and right now is the truest that you have ever felt. Yes, I have been there. I have felt it. But I also as well think there's a truth to that other small part that maybe is not quite as strong and as encompassing as the mind that is telling you the mind is feeling this and that is the truth of your entire being. No, there's a part of that being. There's a part of the it's like the movie screen in the theater, and it's this big thing, and that's all you're seeing. That's all there is. You think that's what you're made to believe, but there's something at the back. There's the operator, there's the projector, there's the machine at the back that is showing you this, and that machine is watching. It's watching what is playing. And that part is not as affected as the big showy thing that is telling you, yeah, this is all there is to it. It's not quite as, that's not the entire truth. There's another truth behind it. I'm not disregarding or throwing this away. Both parts are valid. They're there. And simultaneously, if we can notice that small part, we can see that, yes, I'm going to say this, but I don't know if that is what is the best way to convey this, but the two of them acting a bit like opposites are true at the same time. And even though one seems louder, it doesn't mean that the more silent one is not real. In fact, if we can tune in more into the silent one, it seems to be the one that is a lot more real than the very loud, overpowering, crippling, paralyzing one that tells you that there's nothing to life. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share today. And I hope this helps even just one person find that small silent voice. And as long as you can find it, then yeah, there's a truth to it. Stay with that truth. Thank you, and love to you all.